You probably think TikTok is just entertainment, just short videos, just scrolling. But psychologists are starting to notice something disturbing. The app may not only be changing your attention span, it may be quietly changing your personality. Most people never notice it happening because the changes are small, silent, gradual, until one day, your brain no longer reacts the same way it used to. Here are 7 silent ways TikTok may already be changing who you are. Number 1. Attention span collapse. TikTok trains the brain to expect stimulation every few seconds. New faces, new sounds, new emotions, constant rewards. Over time, normal activities begin to feel slower than they used to. Reading becomes harder. Long conversations feel exhausting. Even movies can start feeling too slow. Your brain slowly adapts to speed, and silence becomes uncomfortable. Many people now feel the urge to check their phones during moments that used to feel normal. Waiting in line, sitting quietly, eating alone. Even a few seconds of boredom can suddenly feel unbearable. And most people don't realize their brain has been retrained to constantly expect stimulation. Number 2, emotional overload. TikTok compresses emotions into seconds. Anger, fear, excitement, sadness. Your brain experiences emotional spikes over and over again, often within the same minute. 1 second you're laughing, the next second you're watching bad news, then an emotional story, then outrage, then anxiety, then excitement again. Over time, this non-stop emotional switching can make emotional reactions stronger and emotional stability weaker. Small things begin triggering bigger emotional responses. People become mentally exhausted without understanding why, because the brain was never designed to process this many emotional shifts so quickly. Number 3, personality copying. Humans naturally imitate behavior. It's part of social learning. But TikTok accelerates this process at an extreme speed. The more personalities people consume, the more the brain quietly copies speech patterns, humor, reactions, opinions, slang, and even identity traits, sometimes without realizing it. Trends spread faster than ever before because millions of people are constantly observing and repeating the same behaviors. Over time, people slowly begin acting more like the content they consume every day. The algorithm doesn't just influence what people watch, it can slowly influence how people think, talk, and behave in real life. Number 4, dopamine dependence. Every swipe creates uncertainty. Because the next video might be funny, emotional, shocking, informative, or rewarding. And uncertainty is extremely powerful for the human brain. Scientists have studied this type of reward system for years. It activates dopamine pathways linked to anticipation and reward, which is one reason stopping often feels harder than people expect. The brain keeps thinking, maybe the next video will be better. So people continue scrolling, again and again and again. Some researchers compare this system to slot machines, not because the apps are identical, but because both systems rely heavily on unpredictable rewards, and unpredictable rewards can become extremely addictive for the human brain. Number 5, reduced deep thinking. TikTok delivers information instantly. Fast opinions, fast conclusions, fast explanations, fast stimulation. But deep thinking usually requires patience, reflection, silence, and long attention spans. Some experts worry that constant short-form content may slowly reduce people's tolerance for deeper thinking. Many people now struggle to sit with a single idea for long periods of time. Instead, the brain becomes trained to constantly seek the next piece of stimulation, the next opinion, the next reaction, the next distraction. Over time, thinking becomes faster, but not necessarily deeper. Number 6, comparison anxiety. TikTok constantly exposes people to perfect lifestyles, perfect bodies, perfect success, perfect confidence, and carefully edited versions of reality. Even when viewers know the content is curated, the brain still compares. Someone always looks more successful, more attractive, more confident, more productive, more interesting. Over time, constant comparison quietly changes self-perception. Many people begin feeling behind in life, even when they're doing completely fine. And the dangerous part is that comparison happens subconsciously. People absorb these emotional pressures without fully realizing it. Number 7, identity shifting. The most powerful algorithms don't just learn what people watch, they learn what keeps attention. And slowly, they feed people more of it, more opinions, more fears, more beliefs, more emotions, more identity reinforcement. Over months and years, this can shape behaviors, interests, humor, fears, worldviews, and even personality traits. Not instantly, quietly. Small shifts repeated thousands of times can eventually change how people see themselves and the world around them. TikTok isn't inherently evil. For many people, it's entertaining, creative, educational, and even inspiring. But understanding how algorithms affect the human brain may become one of the most important skills of the modern world. Because the strange thing about algorithms is that they don't just learn what you watch. Over time, they may slowly shape what you become. And the scariest part? Most people never notice it happening. If this made you see social media differently, subscribe for more deep breakdowns on psychology, technology, and how the modern world is quietly changing human behavior.